Hi guys, I'm Hayden Crawford from the Dreamtime Academy and welcome to today's live Starseed Numerology readings. Now, there's a little bit of a twist to the way I'm doing them today for you in the fact that I'm going to bring in my psychic intuitive powers as well to be able to reveal some answers to your questions. Now, as you know, I am a wellness coach specializing in color therapy and numerology, but I'm also a psychic intuitive. So I work with the spirit world, as well as I can get information from your future timelines as well. So if you've got a question with regards to any area of your life, and it could be health, it could be to do with your career, your finances, or your romance and relationships. So, if there's anything like that you want to know about, then please leave your answers in the chat bar and your questions in the chat bar rather, and I'll be able to do my best to be able to reveal some solutions for you. Now, I'm going to be working with not only the Color Mirrors numerology, but also a couple of different decks of cards today during the live session. And actually, the cards that I'm going to be bringing in to help and assist with the readings are the Color Mirrors Oracle cards, which are incredible deck of cards, which are all color therapy related. So they relate to the angels and the dragons and the elementals and things like that as well. So they've each one is kind of aligned to a different color therapy bottle, and it gives a message as well from your soul. And also my Doreen Virtue Oracle cards as well. They're the Archangel Power Tarot deck as well. So I'm going to be using those, which are a little bit like traditional tarot in the fact that it's divided into major and minor arcana cards. So I'm going to be using those, and also your date of birth as well. So as usual, what I'd like you to do, because I'm doing kind of starseed numerology psychic readings today, so they will kind of cross over all different modalities to be able to help you get the best solutions for yourself. So it starts with your date of birth. So you just need to pop your date of birth into the chat bar. I'll have a look at what influences that you've got for your day number, your ruling number, which will reveal your soul purpose and your strengths and weaknesses, and the best times for you to get involved with projects, or when to take action and when not to take action, etc., etc. So so the date of birth will look at your soul purpose, your starry origins as well. So also where your soul originated from after it left source consciousness. So whether you came in from Andromeda like me, or from Arcturus or Sirius or Lyra. So we've got Linda here today and Melissa Antwheeler. Nice to see you. And Raven is here as well. Good day to you as well. And Hakaka Hona as well. Nice to see you, Hakaka. So it was interesting to find out you're Andromedan like me, aren't you, Hakaka? I think you mentioned yesterday after you did the Starseed test as well. And if you haven't done that already, then make sure you jump across onto my Facebook page and go to my latest posting. So it's Dreamtime Hayden on Facebook, Dreamtime with a double E, and do the Starseed test, okay? Because that will help you to answer 10 questions, and it will reveal where your soul came in from, okay? So it's pretty much accurate with most people. However, if you want confirmation and clarification as well, you do need to go for your report, because that will do the kind of logistics and science and maths around it. Okay, nice to see April as well. Rachel P. Oh wow, you lost one part of your video cut out. What were the questions that you can ask? Okay, so Rachel, you can ask questions about either love, health, finances, anything really, any kind of aspect of your life that you feel like you need advice and guidance on, Rachel, then feel free to ask away. Okay, so I'm going to start with let's have a look. I'm going to have a little look at yours. Linda Hutchinson. We'll start with you today, since you were the early bird that caught the worm today. So Linda, whereabouts, like if you guys can let me know where you're watching from today as well, please, that would be really beneficial. Okay, so whereabouts in the world you're watching from. Excellent. Okay, so Linda with a Y, and you are born on the 10th of the 1st. Okay, so are you the 1st of October? Are you the 10th of January? Because I know you do it round the other way. And Raven, you're in Canada. Melissa, you're in Canada as well. And Hakakaka Hona, you're in New Zealand. You're here with your child's father, and his name is Jaun. Jaun, is that a good way of pronouncing that? It's for him. It's the 1st of October, is it? Okay. All right. The 1st of October. So you're a Libran, Jaun, like me. Yeah, the 1st of October, 1996. Okay, so it's not Linda at all. It's I've never heard that name before, actually. What origins is that name? It's like Native American or something, is it? Excellent. Okay. Brilliant. Okay, so what we can see here, there's your chart drawn up there. Jarwin. Got it. Excellent. Okay, so Jarwin, you're a bit of a leader, okay, and the reason I know that is because you're born on the 1st of the month, okay, which is the sun energy. So it's often masculine, it's male energy. Sometimes it can be ego driven as well, but you are somebody who's could make a good leader. So that's your day number 1. You're actually quite a sensitive guy as well. So for you, you've got what's called the arrow of hypersensitivity. It means you've got a weak soul protection. So you actually get easily hurt by people, so you probably avoid confrontation and that type of thing, so sometimes actually it manifests as you having a bit of a poker face, so you might not necessarily want people knowing what's going on for you internally. So you can, sometimes have that look on your faces of detachment. You can be a bit skeptical as well of anything that can't be scientifically proven. So it's called the arrow of the inquirer. So you've got an inquiring mind that needs to go through its own process of investigation to be able to, sort of take on board new concepts. And then once you do, you almost become like an avid convert. Okay, so you have to go through that. You're somebody again who I feel like you struggle to communicate how you feel. Okay, so there's a restriction around how you are able to present, sort of your communication skills. It's like you struggle a little bit to be able to express exactly how you're feeling. And the reason I know that's because you've got those 3 isolated ones there. Now, your ruling number is a 9, 10, 19, 25, 26, 27. So you're a ruling number 9 person. So actually, you're a really wise guy, Jawan. You're very idealistic and you want to be of service. So you want to help people, but you've got to learn to do and say what needs to be done and said instead of getting meek and mild and getting angry and frustrated. Okay, because Mars energy is 9, which is your ruling number. So you are a humanitarian. You potentially, have got you want to help people. So you might go into, a lot of 9s go into either nursing or they go into healing, if they're living their purpose, or, they'll go into helping people in some way. But you're very much, like the individual. You like to do things your own way. The home and family are important. You are quite a creative soul as well. So you're quite sensitive. You've got a nice creative aspect to your personality blueprint as well. So I'm going to pick out a card for you as well. Nice to see you, Carmela Mikhail. Oh, there you go. It's nice to see you back live. Well, Carmela, it's nice to see him. Glow Angels here as well, as same as we've got 2 Rachels. We've got Rachel P and Rachel M Hicks as well. Nice to see you, Rachels. Popular name there. Excellent. Okay, and this card is for Jawan. All right, so Jawan, the 3 of Gabriel comes in for you. Okay, so this is about prosperity arising from wise planning. So you've got to do some planning. Don't kind of leap before you've got all your ducks in a row. But it's time for you to take the next step on your journey in life, and that could involve taking a trip. So you might be planning on moving or taking a trip somewhere, but your plans are quite optimistic and they will work out exactly the way that you want them to. All right. So that was Jawan. I'm going to just intuitively select people today as I sort of connect with you. Okay. So if you've got a question for me, remember, if you've got a question in regards to any area of your life, whether it's health, relationships, or finances, then please let me know. Okay, make sure you like the video and share it with your friends and family as well on Facebook and on YouTube. And Star Root is here as well. Starseed Root Witch Raven says any messages from Star Family would be great. Well, Raven, the Arcturians are around us at the moment, and the Arcturians are basically sort of asking us to step into more trust and heartfelt communication this year. Okay, well, sorry, this month, especially towards the end of the month. So definitely, it's about surrender in November. All right, surrender in November. Just keep on remembering that, because you can't try and control things this month. And technology might be having issues for you as well. So if you've been having technical issues, my whole computer crashed, and it had to go back to the Apple store, and it was all a bit of a kerfuffle. It was a debacle. That's what it was. So Rachel says, Rachel P rather, is the 6th of the 8th, 1991. The month is August, and the question is guidance on relationships, soul purpose, and career. And if possible, any messages from my Star family, whatever comes through. I'm from Ontario in Canada. Brilliant. Okay, Rachel, great. Well formulated questions there. So that's something good for me to work with. Jawan, if you can let me know what you thought of that, please. So, you know, if you can let me know how Jawan has found those insights for him, that would be genuinely appreciated. And Jawan, if you would like to have a report, remember my Starseed Numerology reports are on special for only 59 Australian dollars for the build up to Christmas, which means that, you know, you have the opportunity of having me create a 22-page handcrafted report for you, which will unlock the secrets of your unique personality blueprint, your strengths and weaknesses, the best times for you to embark on new projects and ventures, your starry origins, as well as your purpose as well, your soul purpose. And I will need your date, time, and place of birth for that. If you haven't got the time, don't worry too much. And your name is the name that you like to go by, not necessarily the name that's on your birth certificate. Okay, so if you'd like one of those creating, then get in quick as well, because I have got a backlog and I want to make sure that I get them done for you for Christmas, so that you've got them in time for Christmas, and they make a great Christmas present as well. So remember to get those in quickly, just to guarantee that they will be back to you via email in time for Christmas. Okay. So Carmela says, can I have a card, please? My question is, where am I at with my ascension? Really intention times at the moment. Okay. And Which says, questions, what is the message from my Star family? And reading for me, also love a reading too. Okay. So we'll have a little look as we go through. Beautiful. Intense. Okay. I've got you. Lovely. All right. So I'm going to start with you, Rachel P. So this one's for you, Rachel. And what's been going on for you then? So you're the 6th of August. So a Leo. I think it's Leo. And you like to be in control. And also, you know, the home and family are very important to you as well. So, okay, so you are quite a creative person who likes being at home. I feel like you are, you know, with regards to careers, you know, you're a 9, 10, 19, 28, 29, 34. So you need to kind of learn through your own experiences. So being a teacher would work. Something creative, creative teacher would be good for you. I also feel like investigating the subconscious mind, so psychology. So looking at the deeper meaning behind life, because you're a ruling number 7, which is Neptune, and Neptune was the Roman god of the sea, or the king of Atlantis. It's turquoise energy. So often the 7s go into learning through their own experiences and then teaching that. Okay. But I also feel like for you, you'd be better off working from home. So it might be that you have a business, you know, sort of helping people with subconscious issues, such as, you know, like hypnotherapy business. Working from home would work really well for you. So yeah, so we can see that's Rachel's here. So she's got this day number 6, which is about balance and harmony in relationships. It's Venus energy. And also you've got this arrow of the Inquirer as well, Rachel. So you again have got that skepticism. Whenever you come up against a new concept, you're kind of like, oh, I have to go through my own process of research before I take on board any new concepts. All right. So that's just something you have to be mindful of. All right. But once you get your proof, you become like an avid convert. Yeah, so this is a card that comes up for you as well and this is with regards to Rachel's questions, which is soul purpose and career and guidance on relationships. And you get the telepathic internet as well. So when this comes up, I'm feeling that you need to work with technology, being the ruling number 7, the telepathic internet stuff coming up as well. So I feel like, if you can work doing something online to get yourself out into the world, into the global marketplace, I feel like that would be really beneficial and helpful for you. And also, let's have a look, Rachel. Yeah, okay. So it's almost like I feel there has been a bit of negativity around you at the moment with regards to probably all of these things. Maybe your relationships aren't working out as well as you'd like them to. Your work hasn't been, particularly satisfying, and it's almost like it's created a bit of a downward spiral for you. So I just want you to kind of release the attachment to the outcome, all right, and know that you are actually in the perfect time, in the perfect place right now at this moment in time, and know that things will unfold organically for you. There will, but you're very wise, you see. But remember, you like to be in control. You are quite organized as well. So using and utilizing all of those skills would be really helpful. With relationships for you, I feel like you definitely are somebody who has been prone to attracting people that wouldn't really give you the respect that you deserve. I feel like it's almost like you're attracting in people that will that either don't listen or that they are just being not showing you the type of respect that I feel like you deserve. And I feel like a lot of that stems from like low self-esteem, lack of self-worth and self-love issues. So I want you to kind of like go back into who you truly are, remind yourself of all the beautiful things about yourself on a day-to-day basis. And I think you'll find that that would really help. So Rachel M is saying, my ascendant is Taurus. I am an Aldebaran starseed. Okay, so you're from the Hyades, yeah, the Hyades star constellation. And I would like a message from my star family. So Rachel Hicks. Okay, so I'm going to put my hand on my heart and I'm going to take a nice deep breath in. And I'm going to connect up to the Hyades. Aldebaran are the big white lion beings that stand on their 2 feet, and they've got wings. They've got arms as well and hands and stuff. And they're beautiful, wise. They work with the crown chakra, so they're very wise. They connect up with the Melchizedek order. So it's kind of blue ray stuff that comes through from them. Okay, okay, so the feeling that I'm getting, Rachel, for you, and I'm going to pick out a card from my Starseed Oracle deck for you as well, is you need to be mindful of the types of words that you're using in your communication and be more peaceful with the way that you express yourself. So maybe you've been getting frustrated. Your family want you to kind of find ways in which, and it might be through writing, that you can express how you're feeling in more of a kind of like controlled way rather than being reactive. Be more responsive with that, because I think you'll find that you will attract different scenarios in for yourself. So it's just with regards to words and the way you are communicating at the moment. I think that would be really helpful. So that was for you, Rachel Hicks. Okay, so Rachel P, let me know what you thought of your reading there as well. Okay, being that day number 6 and the ruling number 7 as well. So you make a good teacher as well. Okay. Root Witch says, questions. What is the message from my star family? And reading for me. Also, love readings too. And you're on the 22nd of the 5th, 1997. April says, I'm Hydean as well. That's right. The Hydeans are an awesome race of people. If you think about the Hydes, it's kind of like a stopping point for a lot of the Galactic Federation of Light as they try and navigate, this dark corner of the universe. So they kind of go into the Hydes, and it's a bit like Brighton is in England. It's a melting pot. It's very cosmopolitan. So you've got Lyrans there. You've got, the Hydeans. You've got the Arcturians, the Orions. And they all kind of like, they're all kind of fleeting in between all of these different planets within the Hyades. And of course, Aldebaran is at 33 degrees. It's the eye of the bull, in Taurus. Yeah. Okay. So Rachel says, thank you. Very helpful. I have a high percentage of Andromedan, so I've been trying to figure out the other origins as well. Okay. Yeah, you see, that's the same as me. So I'm also Andromedan. I'm from the Andromedan galaxy, but I also have Arcturian and Speaker within my sort of heritage, my galactic lineage. And the best way to kind of figure it out, is really to look at the position of your sun at the time you were born, and what star systems that they were either conjunct to, sextile, opposite, or trine. Now, often when we look at what's where our sun, what degree it was opposite particular constellations, that is the deepest connection that we actually have with that star constellation. So it's often where our soul originated from. So I can do all those calculations for you and create a 22-page report. So that would be my best advice to you, is just get it done properly so that the calculations are done correctly. And then from there, you can work out, what other facets to your personality need to be explored, so that you can kind of fulfill your mission here during this time on our planet. Because we're all here really to help raise the vibration, aren't we? From the third dimension to the fifth dimension. We're here to see in the new golden age, which is I mean, it's already happening. Things will get slightly worse before they get better. It's just the way things are. So yeah, be mindful of that. So Carmela, I'm attracted to you now. So Carmela wants a card, and my question is, where am I at with my ascension? Okay. Okay, so let's have a look. So where are you at with regards to your ascension? Okay, so I'm getting the Grace bottle that's coming up actually within the color mirrors system is a gold, pale gold and pink combination, and it asks you, it really is a connect. It's about that sort of like, where can you step more into grace, is the feeling that I'm getting. And you've got like the alchemist, the gold metal element that's coming as well. So it's this pale gold. So pale gold is the color of the ascension, and the alchemist is somebody who can turn base metal into gold. So it's about your authentic power. So I feel like it's, for you, it's about bringing more unconditional love into your power. Okay, so combining love and power, like pink love and gold power together, creates the state of grace. So I feel like that's where you are on your ascension journey. So you are starting to become more of a conscious creator of your own reality. You are finding that you're getting more instant manifestation coming up as you bring more love into your power. And I feel like, that is only going to improve every aspect of your life, because let's face it, if we bring love into power, it creates coral. Coral is the color of the new Christ ray. And that's where we really claim the truth of who we are. There you go. That's right, Rachel. Yeah. So you have been dealing with frustration and matters with verbal communication. Writing and journaling is what I do best. Yeah. So that's the thing. So often, your star family, they kind of are saying, look, you're doing the right thing by the writing and journaling, but also work on the verbal stuff as well. And it's really about going into more of a responsive way of communicating rather than reactive. So kind of count to 10 before you're about to say anything is my best advice. So Carmela says, any message from my star family, which are Vegan and Adaran starseed. Okay, so let's have a look. Carmela. Now, the feeling that I'm getting for you, Carmela, with regards to your star family and what they are trying to get through to you, is that I'm just going to put my hand on my heart and see if I can get anything for you. Let's have a look. I think what they're trying to say to you is like the wheel comes in. So it's new beginnings. It's new beginnings that come up for you with regards to, sort of a change in direction for you that offers happiness. And that's a major arcana card, the wheel. Okay. And the wheel of fortune is kind of like, this alchemist aspect again. It's about you are able to consciously create your own reality, you know, and it's about you recognizing that, you know, the delays that you've been experiencing recently are coming to an end. So they just want you to know that the new is on the horizon, new beginnings, but it's where you're going to step more into your authentic power, soft feminine power, as opposed to the ego-based old fear stuff, the old fear-based paradigm. Sarah Lavasani, nice to see you. Oh, thank you very much. Oh, that's very sweet, Sarah. If you want me to, you know, flattery gets you everywhere in the Dreamtime Healing Room. So the more nice things you say to me, the more likely you are to get some insights. Okay, does that make sense, Carmela? Yeah. So, Sarah, if you have any questions, now this can be with regards to any area of your life. It can be health, it can be relationships, it can be career or finances, and also leave your date of birth as well, because I'm looking at your numerology insights as well. Now, let's have a look. I'm just going to have a little scroll and see anyone else in here. Melissa, are you still there? Melissa Antweiler and Raven as well. Raven and Melissa. So, Melissa, I'm going to pick a card out for you, Melissa. Okay, so Jackie, who's Jackie? So I think this is for you, Melissa. The name Jack or Jackie comes up, and I feel like there is a trip that's coming up, or a connection with going somewhere with this person. The Alchemist comes up for you as well, Melissa. So this is about you, you recognizing that, you know, you are the creator of your own reality. You know, you are consciously creating all of the events within your own life, and you know, that means you can't blame anyone for the situations that you find yourself in, because actually it's always there, because it's kind of trying to pass on a message to you to help you to become aware of something, or to help you step back into your power. So that's one of the things that wants to come up for you. So hopefully that's made sense. And Raven, what's here for you is, okay, so Raven, you've got you're working too hard at the moment, Raven. All right, so you're working too many hours, and you've got you try too hard sometimes to please other people. So stop being a people pleaser. Please yourself first. You know, it's not being selfish. You know, it really is an important thing to learn, that when we prioritize our own well-being and we don't try and always do things for everybody else, we you know, we kind of send rocket fuel over our ascension process, because we ultimately are living more in joy, and joy is the start of the ascension process. So, you know, your dominant intention needs to be, whatever it takes, I'm going to look for things that make me feel good. Okay, so that's just some words of wisdom there for you. And Sarah wants to know any message, whatever comes through. And you were born on the 4th of August 1980. 4th of August 1980. Okay, so this is Sarah. The 4th of August 1980. More Leo energy there, I think. Okay, so you're very independent, organized, and you like to be in control. You're almost fiercely independent, actually, a very, very organized person too. Again, another one of you that's got this kind of skepticism, this inquiring mind. You need to investigate new concepts before you take them on board. But you see, the 8 and the 4 of both carry this whole element of the material, practical, and organization. Okay, so that's a big aspect for you. So you're somebody who, being a day number 4, you're good with your hands. You're a doing person. You like to build your future on solid foundations. You know, you're somebody who likes the material aspects of life. You like active participation in life. But again, you're someone who struggles to communicate how you feel. So you've got to learn to let go of old people, places, situations, events in your life that no longer serve you. So old structures, don't hold on to things, because that will weigh you down. You need to open yourself up to new beginnings. You're a 1918, 1926. You're a ruling number 3. So Sarah, for you, you are definitely somebody who's here to, you know, because you're inspired by, you know, social based community projects. You know, you're somebody, you know, who's quite, you know, is likes music and, you know, the arts and lyrics and poetry and writing and that sort of thing. So the 3 energy is the mind, the left brain. So it's analytical. It'd be super critical if it's living negatively as well. But you've got a vivid imagination, your memory is stimulated. So actually for you, you would be somebody who could be quite good with finances, I think, as well, because you'd make a good money manager. And I think that you've got the analytical side to your brain that would be able to sort that sort of stuff out as well, if you didn't sort of go into more community-based projects and stuff. So you're holding your breath, are you? Yeah. Oh, hi, Suzanne. Nice to see you. You're at work pretending, but you really want to be here. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I totally understand. It can't be nice being at work on a Sunday. Yuck. Yuck. We don't like that. No, Sarah, you're in a personal year cycle 5. So that's 13, 17. You're in an 8 this year. So actually things are, you're stepping more into your power this year. Money's improving for you this year as well. I feel like things will be really going quite well for you, this year. Hello to Sakai Green. I believe I was just awakened to the fact that my mother and I are walk-ins. Any advice? Things have been in a bit of a downward spiral since I found out this information in dreams and visions. It can be quite challenging, can't it, when you discover that you're a walk-in, because it's almost like your whole perception of reality has to shift and change. The person that you once were is no longer the person you've become. And of course, it will interfere with relationships that are significant within your own life. So can I ask you the question, what is it about what happened that created this walk-in? Did you have an accident or something? Just explain a little bit more about that. So Melissa says, there is this name called Jack that I'm not sure I have actually met, that I really want to meet and would love to go away with. Does this trip look like it's in the near future? Yeah, it does, Melissa. Yeah, so there is this connection with Jack, and there will be this trip, and I feel like you'll find that will be something really soul enhancing, to say the least. Sarah says, oh, you're so incredibly accurate. I just can't thank you enough. I am so grateful. You're incredible. Thank you. Oh, you're very welcome, Sarah. Well, look, if you liked that, remember, I'm only just wetting your whistle at the moment with regards to just some intuitive insights that come up during the live today. But I've just popped a link there in the chat bar, which will help you to order your Starseed Numerology Report. So I recommend this to anyone who's getting some insights today, because they're on special on the build up to Christmas for only 59 Australian dollars. I will need your date, time, and place of birth, and that will mean that you'll get a 22-page handcrafted report, which will look at all of your starry origins, the information of your color mirrors influences, your name chart, birth chart, soul urge, outer expression, peak years of maturity, and all your tarot influences as well. And that's almost like a roadmap to your life. So they're super exciting. They're really, really detailed and very, very accurate as well. They do take me about 3 to 5 business days to create, because obviously they are handcrafted, not computer generated. So if you'd like one of those, Sarah, then go for it, and the same applies for all of you, really. Now, Sakai, I'm still waiting to hear back from you, Sakai, because I'm interested to find out what happened, why you think you've had a walk-in. And for those of you that don't know what a walk-in is, it's like a soul transfer. So often in life, we get to a place where we might have an accident, or we might go for an operation, and something happens, and before we know it, we've kind of woken up, but our life and our perception on life has completely changed. So as a new soul comes in, where the old soul, and sometimes it can be like you're so depressed that you feel like you want to kill yourself. And instead of you losing your physical body, a new soul comes in to take over that part of the journey. Okay. So that's what a walk-in is. And so Sakai says, yeah, mine was a near-death experience as an infant. I joined my original soul. I joined my original soul, and now the feminine part of myself has continued on in this body, if that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, no, absolutely. There you go. There you go. Sarah's like, I'm definitely ordering one. And like, you guys who've had a report off me, leave a few comments. Let these guys know exactly how powerful they are. Okay, because I know that when I did my own, I was like, hell's bells. It changed my life literally because I used to work in IT recruitment for many years, 15 years, and I was like, I knew I was living someone else's life. But when I found out, like that I was a ruling number 9 with the day number 7, the 9 being the healer, stroke counselor, and the 7 being the teacher, it was like, that's what I've got to do. And of course, I've never looked back since. That's 6 years ago, that I kind of had my midlife awakening. And we all have them at different times, we all have them at different times. Okay, so Melissa says, is there anything I can do to prepare to this trip? And the part you said about coming into my power, what do I do? Can I do to make that happen? Melissa, the best way to step into your power, in my opinion, is to do the Colour Mirrors Practitioner Training Program, because it is almost like it's a life-changing course, really, that helps unlock the truth of your true power. Your authentic power, and also your ancient wisdom as well, because remember, you're a soul that's been well traveled through many different incarnations across numerous different star systems and constellations, and your soul carries all of this information, but you've got to kind of like wake up to it. So what the Colour Mirrors do, because the Colour Mirrors is a modality which is like a personal development journey as well as an accredited course, but it will help you to remember all of that, okay, through a process of subconscious repatterning, overcoming limiting beliefs and stuck patterns, so I would highly recommend it. I mean, I'm not taking on new practitioners until next year now, so I haven't got room until probably around about sort of January, February time next year. But if you want to do that, let me know. You can reach out to me via my website, send me an email to hayden@haydencrawford.com, and I can send you more information. Payment plans are available for that as well. So if because it is a bit of an investment in not only your time, because it takes 6 months to become a practitioner, go through this personal development journey, but also money as well, so if that is something that you're looking at doing, is stepping into your authentic power, that's the thing that changed me completely. It really has. It's like almost putting a rocket fuel into your ascension process. There you go. So April says, I was told I saved someone from committing suicide. That's so good. Awesome. Okay, so Sakai, I'm going to pick a card out for you with regards to the information that you have just given me. Okay, so Sakai, this is for you. And if you want to leave your date of birth, Sakai, we can find out exactly what's going on for you. So for you, I feel like, that you kind of are somebody that is here to help people. The King of Gabriel comes up, so you've got a genuine concern for other people. You're somebody who has got a lot of experience within your lifetime, and I feel like that will lead to your success. So it's like you're the king of your domain, and because of that, you're attracting all the things that you want to be able to support you along the way. And even if that is your soft feminine aspect, if you've moved more into that. Oh, you're welcome, Sakai. It's no problem at all. I love doing lives on a Sunday. So, if you like, watching what I do, remember on a Sunday, I usually go live at some point. I try and do it, sort of from around about sort of, I don't know, 9, 10, 11 o'clock, somewhere around there. So make sure that, if you're watching and you like what you see, make sure you share this as well, like with the people that you love in your life. With your friends and your family, share, my live on your Facebook channels and on YouTube and in your emails or wherever, your channels are. Make sure you share the video, because other people will probably benefit from having some insights with me as well. And as well as the courses that I offer. Remember, I've actually got a really special offer coming up for you in December. Now, I teach numerology. So what I'm doing here, Pythagorean numerology, I teach it to master level. Now, I usually charge $97 for level 1, $97 for level 2, and 97 Australian dollars, all Australian dollars, for level 3. But during the month of December, I've decided to offer levels 1, 2, and 3 for only $97. So it's what would usually be 297 Australian dollars. You get for $97. So you get levels 1 and 2 through my wellness portal, which is self-paced video tutorials and ebooks. And then level 3 is a live Zoom recorded class, all right, which looks at the relationship between astrology and numerology and tarot and color therapy as well. So that is definitely something to get. If it's, you know, if it's not for yourself, then definitely for all your friends that absolutely love metaphysics and the you know, anything that's kind of a little bit left of center. Now, if you want that, then remember you can email me. You can email me and just put in the email Christmas special offer, okay, as your code. And that's really, you know, it's going out to the people in my network, okay, and that's for anybody you know, who's really been following me for ages, wanted to do my courses, and just hasn't been able to, you know, to sort of get the money aside to be able to you know, to pay for a course or whatever. This is my way of saying thank you very much to you guys for watching me, you know, and tuning in and having you know, and just giving your energy back into the Dreamtime Healing Room. So yeah, that's my way of just saying thank you very much. So you can send that through to hayden@haydencrawford.com to claim that for yourself, okay, or for anyone that you know that you feel deserves it, you know. Well, we all deserve it, really, don't we? So that's hayden@haydencrawford.com, okay. Oh, you're very welcome, Sarah. And it's really good, you know, like when we learn things like numerology and color therapy, they're really good if you've got a wellness business or a wellness practice that you want to add modalities into. And the best thing really is that, you know, they're accessible as well through Dreamtime Academy, because, you know, we're not the sort of organization that wants to, you know, sort of rip people off. We just want to help you to evolve. And it's just a really beautiful way of being able to sort of open up your soul to the truth of who you are, so you can actually do what you've come here to do. There you go. Yeah, no, absolutely, April. If you'd like the payment plan, it's fine. I mean, what Mark does, Mark generates a PayPal Me invoice. And then, you know, once you've got your bottles, you get 26 bottles of the Colour Mirrors bottles in your practitioner kit. We ship them out to you. Once you've got those, then the tuition starts. And we can just break that down. You can just pay it off in increments, you know, and over the 6 months, you will have paid the invoice and you become a practitioner, you know. So we just make it easy for you instead of difficult, because there's too many things in life that become too difficult, and we've recognized that, you know. We're just like, no, I mean, if I didn't have the chance of learning the color mirrors, you know, my life would have been completely different. And you know, and it's like the sort of wisdom that you get through learning about color, because it is the language of light, it speaks to your soul, you know, and it changes your perception of who you are and how you perceive the world around you. Oh, right. Okay. So Rachel says, how much is it for the chart that you mentioned? It's only 59 Australian dollars. So 59 Australian dollars for it's a 22-page Starseed Numerology Report. The link is above. You'll see that link that I put in where it says Dreamtime Academy. Just click on that link and it'll take you through to the page on my website where you can order the report securely through my portal. And yeah, they're 59 Australian dollars. Okay. So it's your heritage too, is it? There you go, April. Yeah. Excellent. Now, I was looking at something for Saki. That's right. Sakai, rather. So you were the third. It's the 3rd of October, isn't it, Sakai? Yeah, on 1986. So let's have a look and we'll see what's going on for you there. We'll see if we can work out what the purpose of that walk-in was for you, should we? Okay. So what I can see here straight away is you're definitely somebody who has got a vivid imagination, you know. So you kind of like your imagination is there, you know. Your memory is really pronounced as well, because you've got the arrow of intellect. So they're all the numbers on the mind plane, 3, 6 and 9. This creates the arrow of the intellect. So you are a thinker, analyzer, creator. You've got a lot of wisdom, but your mind is always thinking. So your long-term memory is better than your short-term memory, and also, but you've got this beautiful sense of organization, of creativity. imagination as well. You like to be in control. You'd make a good manager. You can be a bit critical of yourself and other people, and you can suffer from low self-confidence, low self-esteem as well when you're living negatively. But you are quite a sociable person. You know, this is the good thing about you. So you're March the 10th, yeah? The 10th of March. If I can ask you guys to remember, write the date of birth as in day, month, and then year, okay? Because I know you do it differently in America. So you're actually not a day number 3, you're a day number 10. So it means you're a leader, but you lead with a very soft feminine power, all right? So you've got the Wheel of Fortune energy. It asks you to remember who you were during ancient Egypt. Okay, because there's a big ancient Egyptian connection to this. It's Isis, the goddess who gave birth to the sun. Hello to Vicky Butler. Nice to see you. Now, if you've got any questions, Vicky, that you want to ask me with regards to any area of your life, love, health, money, finances, whatever it is, then feel free to ask away. Just structure your question properly in the comments section. And yeah, and we'll be able to help you there, okay? Hello to Michelle Stowers. Nice to see you again. How have you been? So your ruling number here is 9, 10, 18, 19, 24, 27, 28. So you're a ruling number 10 as well. So look at that. The 10 energy is big for you. Now, in the colour mirrors system, bottle 10 is gold and olive green, and it relates to the Wheel of Fortune. So you're an alchemist. You should have your own business. So you're a leader, you know, but you lead with soft feminine energy, not ego. You're not an ego-based leader. So there's this beautiful ancient Egyptian quality that comes up, and I feel that for you, you've got this gorgeous soft, you know, you were talking about this soft feminine aspect. It's kind of relates to Isis, and it relates to ancient Egypt. So I feel like you've come back in to be able to help with helping people to step more into, you know, their non-ego based leadership abilities. Hopefully that's made sense for you. Vicky Butler, tell me more about how my future is about to unfold. So Vicky wants to know how her future is going to unfold. Okay, so I'll have a look at that for you. I'll have a look at your numerology. Okay. And Michelle, you want to know about love. Okay. Will you find love soon? So we'll start there. You got the chills, did you, Sakai? Yeah. How specifically did you get the chills? And hopefully they're not multiplying. I got chills, they're multiplying, and I'm losing control. Oh, Christ, don't worry, I won't give up my day job. Okay, so the Two of Raphael comes up for you. Okay, so the Two of Raphael. Now, I have a feeling that this is connected to you. It's actually for both of you, Vicky and Michelle. All right, so this card came up for both of you when you both asked your questions. Michelle wants to know, will she find love soon? And Vicky says, tell me how my future is about to unfold. And you've got the Two of Raphael, which is these two people coming together in perfect union and harmony. Can you see that? So it's two hearts dedicated to creating something wonderful. Well, maybe it's Vicky and Michelle. Maybe you two are going to get together. So maybe you're sisters from another mister or whatever they say. So this is about kindred spirits and not giving up on those that you love. So often when this card comes up, it's like a meeting of souls and a beautiful kind of interaction between you both, and a start of a brand new relationship as well. Okay, so I feel, yeah, definitely you will be finding someone soon, Michelle. And for you, Vicky, let's have a look. I'm going to have a look at your, sorry, Michelle, not Michelle, Vicky, I'm going to have a look at your numerology now as well, okay? There you go. So, you never know until you try, do you? You know, it's always good to have a bit of a dabble, isn't it, Vicky and Michelle? So the 20th of the 8th, 1957. And you even know the time you were born, which is awesome. Okay, so this one is for you, Vicky. So you've got 9, 8, 5, 7, 2, and a 1. You've got a very positive chart, actually. If I show you this, Vicky. So you're a day number 2. So you're very sensitive, empathic, and you love being in a partnership as well. But sometimes you prefer to be second in command rather than the boss, you know, because the two kind of, sometimes the day number 2 people are so sensitive and so intuitive and stuff like that, that they feel second best or that they're not heard. But for you, I feel like you're always on the go. You've got the arrow of activity, means that you've got kind of like quite a frenetic nervous system. So it's kind of like you're always doing lots of different things here, there, and everywhere. You're very well equipped as well to deal with emotional situations because you've got all your numbers there on the emotional plane, which means that you can navigate challenging emotional situations better than most. And also the arrow of determination as well, which means that you're very persistent in life to be able to achieve your goals and dreams. So, this is a really positive chart for you, actually, Vicky. And I feel like, you whatever happens with you throughout the course of your life, you'll always find a way of surviving, but you need to slow down a little bit sometimes. So, but basically, by surrounding yourself with very relaxing, calming company, it will help you to slow down. Orange sexuality comes up as well, interestingly enough. So maybe it was a bit tongue-in-cheek initially, but this is about saying your body is a gift. So explore your sexuality a bit more, open yourself up a bit more to like enjoying pleasure. And I feel like, maybe loosen the reins a little bit and just kind of like, enjoy being human, because that's what we are. We're here to be human. So, and that'll help you with your relationships as well. So relationships, the day number 2 people like to be as part of a pair. Your ruling number is a 9, 10, 22, 32. So your ruling number 5. So freedom, communication, versatility, it's mercurial, the 5. So the 5 being your ruling number, this is about you traveling, wanting to explore the world, go out and enjoy space, breathing in the air, being versatile, not feeling restricted by anyone or anything. So you feel things very intensely. You're a very emotional person, but I feel like you do struggle to communicate how you're feeling. Okay, so when you've only got 1 in your chart, it relates to the throat chakra, and it relates to, even though you know how you feel, sometimes you struggle to communicate how you feel. Okay. All right. So hopefully that's made sense. Leave a few comments and let me know what you thought of that, Vicky, and if it's answered your questions for you. You're in a 13.15. You're in a 6 this year. So really this year it's about being at home, reinventing the home, maybe doing some interior design, maybe even reinventing the way you look, have a new haircut, get some new clothes. But also, if you're living positively, be more creative this year. There you go. Oh, thank you very much, Vicky. Remember, I was just giving you a few insights based around, some intuitive guidance and some, some just a basic look at your birth chart. But if you want something that's a lot more in detail, my 22-page Starseed Numerology Report will be the thing that really, really kind of, gives you that kind of like emoji brain blowing out the top of your head, because they really do unlock the secrets of your unique personality blueprint. There you go. So Melissa's like, I'm going to sign up for the 22-page report, and I think the level 3 course that's on special in December as well. Absolutely brilliant. I want to see if it was time consuming, because I just get started a healing modality course. No, it's not. Do you know what? You can actually you can do this. It's a self-paced course through video tutorials, so you can fit it in around everything else. So it's not like one of those that goes on like the Color Mirrors practitioner course. That's a 6-month course, which is you meet up with me via Zoom tutorial every week. And you go through all of your home play sheets and meditations and all the exercises as well. The level 1, 2, and 3 numerology course, that's self-paced, and you could probably do that, if you put your mind to it over, 3 or 4 weeks, I should imagine, not full time, just as and when. And it gives you the opportunity to get like a certificate of achievement as well. So you'll get a certificate of achievement through the Dreamtime Academy for your levels 1, 2, and 3 as well. So it's awesome, because it just means that you've got like an accreditation, for what you're learning. So you can get insurance through the IICT or whatever it is that you're doing, so you can do readings yourself. Ashley Taylor, hello, it's nice to see you. And Angelic Guidance 444, my life path number is number 4. I would never have guessed. I never would have guessed that you would have been a life path 4. There you go. So I put a link above there, but there you go. There's the link again for you to get your report, Vicky. All right. So I've just popped it down there in the comments section. You just click on that link and that'll take you through to my online shop. And then you just order through the shop. You can either pay by PayPal or credit card. And then make sure you email me your date, time, and place of birth. Okay. And the name that you prefer to go by. So I would presume it's Vicky, but you never know. You might be a Victoria. So Rachel P's like, what is the numerology course that you mentioned was on special for people who follow you? Can't remember which one you had mentioned. If I email you, yeah. So just email me the Christmas special, yeah, and I'll send you the details for the levels 1, 2, and 3 numerology course. So you get levels 1, 2, and 3 Pythagorean numerology for only $97 Australian dollars, and they're normally $99. They're normally $297 for all three, but you're getting them for only $99 there. Okay, so you just message me at haydencrawford.com. I'll give you my email address there, and that's on special on the build up to Christmas. Okay, so it's Hayden at haydencrawford.com. All right. April says, does Mark spell his name with a C or a K? It's actually a K. Yeah, so Mark, that's my husband. For anybody who is watching me here for the first time, Mark is my husband. We've been together 20 years. We got married 2 years ago. And yeah, it's Mark with a K. There you go. So Sakai says, I resonate with everything. I have a fixation on ancient Egyptian culture. There you go, you see. Well, you see, color and numbers don't lie because it is the language of light. So it's human beings that lie, not colors and numbers. So, it's a beautiful language that once we learn to decode it properly, it unlocks the secrets of our potential. And you have a deep connection with Isis too. Thank you so much. Yeah, now that's really interesting that you should say that, because you do have this huge 1010 thing going on within your numerology, which is very Isis. So that's wonderful that you've recognized that. Ashley, how are you today? Ashley, if you've got any questions for me, now it can be with regards to any area of your life. So either love, health, money, finances, travel, whatever it is, just let me know. I'm doing psychic numerology insights today using my oracle cards, the color mirrors, and numerology. And so, yeah, these are questions that are open to everybody who's watching, really. And same with you, Angelic Guidance 444. If you've got any questions that you want, then just let me know. There you go. So Melissa's like, is there any way that you can find out my time of birth? I had it on a cut glass plate and I just disappeared a few months ago, just like many other things. Do you know, it's funny when things like that happen, isn't it? Like a few weeks ago, I lost my pendulum. It was a quartz crystal pendulum that I use for dowsing, just to see if the chakras are open and closed. And it just completely vanished. And I was just like, I was so annoyed because I really liked it, but I got another one, which is an orange calcite pendulum now. So often these things disappear for a reason. But just to put your mind at rest, Melissa, you don't need your time of birth. If you've got it, then great, fantastic. But if you haven't, it won't alter your starry origins or your soul evolution through the star systems. I can work that out based on the degree that your sun was in your astrology chart at the time you were born. Okay, sorry, on the day that you're born, not necessarily the time. So we don't need the time. It's a nice to have, but it's definitely not an essential. And the same applies to all of you. So Root Witch says, I love Egyptian and Mesopotamia culture as well. Yeah, good. Me too. I'm really massively into Atlantis as well. So I don't know about you guys, but I love Atlantis. I love the whales and dolphins. Like, I'll let you into a little secret, shall I? So when I started coming out, not of the closet, because that happened years ago, but out of my spiritual closet, I started getting soul memories of me working under this huge, great big glass dome. And, there was beautiful turquoise water everywhere. And inside this dome was all of these colored bottles. Okay. But they were like quite ornate bottles. And they were like, I would use these as remedies just to sort of put a drop on people. And then it would instantly transform their health and well-being, emotional, mental, and physical. And this was after I started working with the color mirrors. So I recognized that was back in times of Atlantis. I was like a master healer, and I was able to help people with color and light therapy. So it's almost like my soul memories then attracted me to the color mirror system in this life, so I can use it again with the wisdom that was there. So it's incredible what things happen when you start, when you start trusting your inner guidance system, really. Yeah. So Atlantis, and of course, all the survivors of Atlantis ended up in ancient Egypt anyway, didn't they, Root Witch? So Ashley, any message for you? You're the 4th of March, 1992. Well, you know what's interesting, so Root Witcher says, why do I lose stuff and then it appears? Sometimes it's just because, things aren't always as they seem. We live in an illusionary world. And sometimes when we lose things and they come back, it's just they're dipping in and out of reality. I don't think that they were ever gone in the first place. But the interesting thing is, like, if you lose things, I use the green angel in the color mirror system. So if I lost my car keys or whatever it is, I just spray a bit of the green angel around and it helps me to find them again. So yeah, so some of the remedies are very, very clever like that. It's really cool. Okay, so Michelle's like, I really want to know what starseed I am, like, where am I from? Okay, so as I said, the best way for me to be able to do that for you is to look at the location of the sun at the time you were born, Michelle, in your astrology, and also look at your numerology influences and your color influences. And from there, I'll be able to tell where your soul was able to come in from. So which portals were open, whether they were opposite, conjunct, trine, or sextile to like the Pleiades or Arcturus or Lyra or Andromeda. So the report would be my recommendation for you, and that will give you a 22-page report. Okay, so you can get one of those there. Hello to Jeffrey as well. Nice to see you. So I'm going to come to you, Ashley, now. Ashley, you're next. There you go. There you go. So yeah, it's only 4 hours, 19 minutes from where you are to Mount Shasta. I would, if I lived only like 4 hours away from Mount Shasta, I think I'd be there every weekend. So for those of you who are watching that don't know about Mount Shasta, it's basically a huge vortice. It's an energy portal, which underneath Mount Shasta, there is Telos, which is an ancient city that the Lemurians live in the 5th dimension. The Silver Fleet come up from the ex-volcano from heaven to earth. And it exists. Well, the Lemurians exist on a 5th dimensional frequency, and we have to raise our vibration in order to be able to see them. But it's an inner earth world that exists underneath the crust of the earth, and it's huge. There's essentials, there's a sun and all sorts of stuff. They grow their own veggies. It's amazing. So yeah. So Root says, I lost my wallet. And then it felt like it had vanished. There you go. It's on your desk. Oh, no. Oh, so has it gone then? Oh, no, that's annoying because you have to cancel all your cards and things like that, which would be a real pain, wouldn't it? So the 4th of March, 1992 for you, Ashley. So I'm with Ashley now. Ashley Taylor. And whereabouts in the world are you watching from, Ashley? Are you in America, or are you in Europe or England or Australia? Where are you watching me from today, lovely? Okay, so that's what your chart looks like. Oh, you're in Canada. Yeah. So I'll come back to that in just a second, Michelle, about the indigo rainbow crystal child thing, because it's an interesting one. Oh, that's very sweet. Look at you. Look at Jeffrey go. Look, beautiful. Like you've offered me $19.99, and you didn't even know that I'm a ruling number 9 as well. And my favorite color is orange. So thank you very much. You've just stepped into the Dreamtime Healing Room there, and you've given me a lovely gift there. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Big love to you. Do you know what I often find as well? It's like the more generous that we are, the more we get back coming to us as well. So like I spend like most of my life giving things, but I'm never disappointed with the amount that I get back. So I love giving. Like for me, I'm a bit of a giver. And yeah, but it's like, you know, I feel good by giving. Oh, that's very sweet. Well, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, we live on a beautiful planet. I mean, this world is incredible. I mean, if you look at it from outer space, it's like a sapphire in a sea of inky blackness, isn't it? And I just feel so privileged. You know, I feel so privileged to live here during this time. And you know, sometimes we just have to remember, you know, what we've got. So Ashley, you're a day number 4 person. So the 4 is actually, it's interesting because the 4 is earth energy. It's also Uranus. So the 4 is physical. All right, it's a physical number. It's like the square. It's like a building block. So day number 4 people are good with their hands. They like the material, practical, and physical aspects of life, but you need to learn to let go. So that's just what happens. Okay, so you need to learn to let go a little bit of old structures in your life that are no longer serving you, so you can pave the way for the new emerging golden age. You've also got an inherent love of order. So that's the arrow of the planner. So you're a bit of a tick list person. So you need to know what's coming next. So you're the sort of person get up in the morning, you know, you'll have your breakfast, take the dog for a walk, you know, do a bit of work, maybe, then watch a bit of TV, definitely. You know, and it's that sort of thing. So you need to kind of tick things off your list. So you've got an inherent love of order. There is some communication difficulties around you, Ashley, as well. So you struggle to communicate how you feel because you don't know how you feel sometimes. So sometimes it's hard for you to find the right words. But you're very ambitious. To see the 2 isolated 9s there. The 9 is wisdom, idealism, and responsibility. So you are somebody with a great deal of wisdom, but you're also very ambitious as well. So you kind of like, you know, you want the nice things in life. Your ruling number is 9 to 19, 21, 24, 28. So you see, it's all about new beginnings for you as well. So the 10 energy is the wheel of fortune. You're a leader. You lead with a soft feminine energy. You've got this beautiful kind of like, you know, sort of Egyptian connection as well. So it's, you know, it's similar to Sakai. So the 10 energy is like, you'd be best off having your own business because you are a leader. And sometimes in your relationships, you might want them to be a little bit superficial because you don't really want people knowing what's going on for you emotionally, but you are very adaptable as well. So I could basically say to you, Ashley, you could go and do that job or that job or that job, and you'd figure out a way of being able to be really good at doing it. You see, so it works a bit like that. Okay, so Ashley, let me know what you thought. Does this make sense for you? And I'm going to pick a card out for you as well, Ashley, because you're in a 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You're in a 3 this year. So it's a really good year for you to learn something new this year. Okay. And there is celebrations around you as well. So you get the celebration card. The 4 of Gabriel comes up for you. And Ashley's like, on point. How specifically? Leave a few comments and let me know how specifically was what I've just told you on point. I feel like you'd be good in the like in the manual arts as well, you know, so doing something physical. So yeah, so this is about abundant rewards for your hard work. So you do tend to work hard, and I feel like you'll receive abundance that will help you out of burdensome situations. Okay, and celebrations are coming up and are around you as well. So I want to have a little look at you, Jeffrey. If you can leave me your date of birth, please. I'm using see these cards here. So these are the Color Mirrors Oracle cards, and these are the cards that I've been using today, as well as my Doreen Virtue Power Oracle cards as well. But these are fantastic. So these are the Color Mirrors Oracle cards, and I've got about 20 decks of these cards in stock. So if you want a deck of these incredible color therapy cards, which are all different colors, look, see, you know, they go into the dragon energy, the angel energy, the element energy, and all the color vibrations as well. So it's a really great way of starting to learn a bit more about color therapy. You know, to wet your whistle, so you can decide whether or not it's something that you're interested in pursuing. But they are absolutely beautiful, these cards, and these are only 60 Australian dollars per deck. They've got a beautiful sort of silvery sort of coating to them as well, plus postage and packing. So if you'd like a deck of those as well, then let me know and I can pop a link down into the comments section for you, and you can order those securely through my portal. There you go. And you'll get a deck of those as well, will you? Yeah. Yeah, they're beautiful, Jeffrey. You absolutely love them. So you're the 12th, the 20th of the 12th, 1980. Yeah. Okay. Oh, you got the Black Dragon. Look at that. Okay, so the Black Dragon comes in for you. Now, the Black Dragon is light in darkness. So maybe you're that light in darkness, but this is about looking at your shadows and learning to love those as much as your light aspects, because sometimes we tend to run away from our demons, don't we? Our little inner devil that tries to get us to do naughty things. But instead of running away from it, we want to turn around and just give it a big kiss on the lips. Mwah! There you go. Hello to Ben Treeboys. How are you going today? I'm very well, thank you. A little bit more about the connection card that I pulled for you. Yeah, no, I remember that the other day you got the connection card. It's about feeling like you're connected to somebody, like you've got a connection that's installed. It's often a love-related connection. It's a beautiful, heartfelt connection that could be coming in for you, So it's nice, but it's also the connection to the collective as well. So it's like collective consciousness connection as well. So it's where all people stand arm in arm, and you feel like you've just got access to the collective consciousness. It's that sort of thing as well. Oh, so you always feel like you're running from your narcissistic mother. Yeah, okay, that's interesting. Yeah, so often, yeah, it can manifest as an external aspect of your family, your soul family. So often we find like the Black Dragon is a really good remedy. That's the Black Dragon there in the essence sprays. I use the Black Dragon a lot if you've got like those sort of dark aspects within the shadow or the ancestral lineage, and you just spray the Black Dragon around you, and it helps to clear away all of those succubuses, within your life experience. Yeah. So there you go. No, it's interesting, isn't it? How, the Black Dragon is an interesting remedy. The dragon energy is a lot more kind of fierce than the angel energy. So the angels kind of sit on your shoulder and whisper in your ear from the ethers, whereas the dragons kind of wrap themselves around you, and they can actually go into the physical body, and they will get you to take action. Okay, so that's what they want you to do. They want you to actually take action. Okay. So this is what it's saying. It's like maybe there's something that you need to do to be able to either confront the situation, if you haven't done so already. There's your link for the cards as well. But if you'd like a deck of cards and you live outside of Australia, please email me, because my shop doesn't calculate postage for America. So just email me what you want, and I can calculate the postage for you and send you the PayPal me link. It's the easiest way. Oh, wow. So you started to see your ferrets as dragons. Interesting, eh? So why do you think that was then? That's right, the sun. Yeah, 19. It's actually Buddhic bliss as well, the number 19. Yeah, it's a Roman soldier at the time of Jesus Christ, the number 19 as well. So you always felt lost in the world. You have a beautiful family, but I am so different. So you feel different from your family, do you, Jeffrey? Whereabouts are you watching from today? Oh, so you just find yourself astral traveling, you don't know why. So you're in America. You had a dream. So they were animal totems. Okay, like spiritual guidance. Hello, Trippy Zippy. Nice to see you. How have you been? It was lovely catching up with you recently. So Triposa is Trippy Zippy. We went through some really interesting soul-based work together, didn't we, via Zoom? So yeah. So if you want to work through some stuff, remember that I also offer Zoom sessions as well. So these are wellness consultations. I'm a trained hypnotherapist. So I can take you down your timeline and help you to overcome limiting beliefs, stuck patterns, or frozen emotions. But also I work with regression therapy as well. So like this morning, I did a regression for a lady in Texas, and it was awesome because she actually went back to Sirius during one of her incarnations. So I'll take you through 3 different previous life experiences and look at where maybe one of them might be reflecting something that you need to clear within your own life experience. So I offer, it's called the Starseed Awakening process, a 3-step process of a report, a regression, and then the healing as well. So if you want to know more about that as well, then please feel free to let me know. You can either email me or jump onto my website and explore that as well. So they take about 90 minutes, but they're really cool, aren't they? Yeah, so Trippy Zippy says, was fabulous. Highly, highly recommend. It was life-changing. Brilliant. Yeah, I felt like your session was really good, actually. I did feel like you had a really good session. So Ben says, yes, exactly. I was telling Joseph Ox exactly what you just mentioned. Good to know that I'm making my connection. I try every night. Thank you. Good, good. I'm really pleased to hear that. Yeah, oh, good. I'm glad Joseph understands as well. That's so good. Oh, and you're in Hemet, California. Beautiful. There you go. Excellent. No, that's really cool. So if you've got any questions, if you're watching today and you've got any questions that you would like to ask me with regards to any area of your life, it could be to do with love, health, finances. If you want me to take a look at your numerology. I mean, Ashley, how did you find that? Did that make sense for you, Ashley? Oh yes, Ashley said it was on point. And Isaiah's here. Hiya, Isaiah. It's nice to see you back here as well. And it's your finances. So Jeffrey, and your health and your finances. Okay, so I'm going to pick a card out for you with regards to your health and finances, Jeffrey. Oh no, you just got robbed out of $14,750. How did that even happen, Jeffrey? That's just crazy. I'm sorry to hear that. How did it even happen? Eduardo Lopez, you're new here. Nice to see you, Eduardo. Whereabouts are you watching from? That's a lovely name, isn't it? Are you from, is that it's a Spanish name or South American, isn't it? There you go. And Trippy Zippy says you will get a lot from the session. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, right. Okay, fantastic. And not you, that's me. It is from Phoenix, Arizona. Oh, no, I'm sorry to hear everything's a mess. Oh, dear. Oh, so you had an investment property and used it to help the homeless. Well, what a beautiful person you are. Jeffrey, this is for you. Love and blessings fill your life. So I feel like for you, you won't be short of money. I feel like what you give you is going to come back to you tenfold. This is about happy, harmonious relationships and family and happy ever after. So you will get the happy ever after. Okay. That scenario will come in for you because you have been so giving. Yeah. Oh, so he went back and stole everything that I purchased to fix the house. Oh, I feel like that I feel like you will move beyond this very, very quickly. So don't focus on the past, focus on the future, because I feel like you're a good manifester and I feel like you will ultimately get back what you gave. Yeah. So I'm going to have a look next to Eduardo. If you leave your date of birth for me, Eduardo, I'll have a look at your numerology. And if you've got any questions that you would like any advice and guidance on, Eduardo, then please let me know. Okay. And we will take a look and see what's going on for you, shall we? Okay. So, Eduardo. Eduardo. There you go. So Ashley says, yes, it was great. Thank you. Hoping the celebration card will be starting a family in the next few months. I feel like it will be, Ashley. I do. I feel like there's some great news coming in for you. And it could be you find out that you're pregnant. It's going to be a good year for sure. And beyond as well, I feel like I'm being told, and beyond. So the next few years are going to be very good for you. Oh no. So Tripausa says, Hayden, one of my dearest friends died this evening. Any insight do you think I'm able to share with me from her, please? Okay, so when you're talking about this, the name Sue or Susan or Sarah, Sharon or Sarah, it's an S sounding name comes in. So I don't know whether this is connected to her or whether this is connected to, it could be her or somebody that is connected to you with regards to her. But it's like the S sounding name came in. It feels like a Sue, a Sarah, or a Sarah or Susan. So please let me know if that's who we're dealing with here. It might be too soon for her to come through if she's only just died, because often what we go into limbo after we die straight away, and we kind of go into that sort of we don't even realize we've died phase, and then after we've been dead for a while, we start wanting to find ways of being able to communicate. But I feel like what I'm getting from this person is that this would have been over a period of time. So she would have been ill, and it would have gone on for a while. Okay. So it was Charney, yeah, Charney. I'm not sure whether no. So the information that's coming through on that one is like there's a Susan or a Sue that's connected as well. So see if you can work out what that is, okay? Because it's not going away. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Ben. So one more question. My son, my oldest Anthony, he won't talk to me and you miss him. Okay, so the feeling that I'm getting with that is that you just need to give him space and he will come back, Ben. Okay, so I feel like that he's quite sensitive. Um, Yeah, so rekindled relationships comes up for you, and actually it's about children or childhood. The Six of Raphael comes up for you, so it's like it will be rekindled. But I feel like it's almost like this relationship is mirroring an aspect of your wounded inner child. So what's wounded that you're seeing within him is an aspect of yourself that you've not yet healed. So you need to look at that. You fix that, or not that you're broken. I feel like it will manifest in you healing that relationship with your son. It is almost your birthday, isn't it? The 15th of the 11th. It's tomorrow. Your birthday's tomorrow. A big happy birthday for you. So this is a timely reading for you then, Eduardo, isn't it? I'm going to put your things in here for you. So you got the 2 9s and the 2. Okay, so you haven't got any arrows in your chart, which is interesting. So it's the same. Oh, no, you have actually. I tell a lie. So you're a day number 6 with a ruling number 9, 10, 19, 21, 23, 28, 29. Oh, okay. So Eduardo, you're what I call you're very sensitive. You're quite psychic actually yourself. I don't know whether you've discovered this about yourself yet or not. But I feel like for your soul has chosen quite a difficult life experience for it to have a swift evolution during this lifetime. So your ruling number it is an 11, which is duality. It's the good and the bad, the black and the white, the right and the wrong. But you're here to guide humanity forward into the new emerging golden age. But you're like a creative, visionary sort of healer sort of person. But you attain grace under pressure. So number 29 relates to a bottle in the color mirror. It's called Grace Under Pressure. It's the bottle of the Olympic spiritual athlete. So you have to go through that whole process, of having to endure quite challenging situations in your life for you to be able to evolve. So you are a sensitive, you're quite empathic. Your relationships, you like balance and harmony in your relationships. You love the home and family. You are a creative soul as well, Eduardo. But when you live negatively, you can be prone to worry and anxiety or destructive tendencies as well. Okay, so her husband's name is Steve. Okay, that could be what's going on there. So it's the S sounding name that comes up. I thought it was a woman, but if her husband's name is Steve, the feeling that I'm getting, did she'd been ill for a while, right? I just want to make sure I'm getting connection to the right person. She'd been ill for a while, and so it's almost like it came as no great surprise. Yeah, that she died. Yeah. And the feeling that I'm getting, it was like cancer. It feels like something related to the stomach as well that comes up. Okay, so you are creative. Okay, the liver. Yeah, pretty close. Oh, it's all right, Melissa. I enjoy doing it. That's the thing. So it's all fun. It's all good fun, really, isn't it? But yeah, so the feeling I get with her as well is like there was anger with relation to Stephen as well. So the liver is always affected when we hold anger. Anger gets caught in the liver meridian, and I feel like there was unresolved issues that were going on within her relationship, and I feel that that'd been going on for a while because this was a chronic condition for her. So I feel like that Stephen and her were having their trials and tribulations, and I think that that there is forgiveness that really needs to take place for her, like on the soul plane. So she'll have to go through that process as well. Oh, there you go. That's very so yeah. So Trippy Zippy says, "Yep, you're right." Yeah. So I would say try not to get too involved in their stuff that's going on, because there's going to be a few legal disputes and battles and stuff that are in association with the house or something, or business, something like that. Yeah. So the next live show that I'm going to be doing will be probably next Sunday, I should imagine. Yeah, probably next Sunday. So feel free to pop back in again. I never know what time I'm going to run my live shows, actually, because I just go on intuition and figure it out that way. So Eduardo, you are somebody who's very determined and persistent in your life to be able to achieve your goals and dreams. So this is the arrow of determination. You struggle quite a lot to communicate how you're feeling. So maybe you express yourself better when you're creative pursuits, because you are sensitive, you feel things very intensely, very ambitious, you're very, very wise, but there's a lot of male sort of energy there, which gives you a restriction around the throat chakra. So Eduardo, I feel like you are, I feel like I want to say to you that you don't need to try and rescue people. It's almost like, because you don't want to end up being the victim, because other people abuse you. I feel like you do need to get like the grounded card, the copper earth elemental comes in for you, which is this one here, and it's saying get grounded. Okay, so please make sure you ground yourself. It's very, very important, because if we don't feel grounded, we don't feel safe and secure on the planet. Often we don't feel present in our physical body either. And you can use copper energy. Like I like using the copper dragon. This is the copper dragon here for grounding, and this is really good for Reiki practitioners who tend to just work with like spirit, the violet spirit energy. Well, actually, we get just as much energy from the copper earth as we do from the violet heavens. So the copper dragon is a very good way to sort of just ground yourself, or if failing that, like the red angel, anything red is very, very good. So this has got clove as its keynote fragrance, and a bit of cinnamon in there as well. They're like, kind of earthy colors that bring you back into your physical body. Oh, that's all right. Hopefully that's made sense for you. So I do feel like your son and you will make amends. Yeah, so Melissa says, what were you talking about? The IICT insurance, I think you said it was. Yeah, so IICT is an insurance company that I go through within my own wellness business. And I think it's an international insurance company that will insure energy healers, so like whether that's like a Reiki healer or a numerologist or a color therapist or a kinesiologist or an Ayurvedic practitioner. The IICT, I think it's the International Institute of Complementary Therapists. They're really good. I thoroughly recommend them. So Rachel P says, I know I've already asked the question. If there are others, please let them go first. No worries if there isn't enough time, but wondering if you can physically ask my Andromedan family for a message. Okay. So your Andromedan family, okay, we want to ask your Andromedan family for a message for you, okay? So I'm going to bring down the light from your Andromedan family, and Okay, so what they're telling me here is it's a really strange way that they've given me this information. I can see like a dog in a pram, right? So I'm trying to decode that. So it feels like it's almost like instead of trying to feels like don't try and force loyalty. That's the feeling that's coming up with it. It's almost like you can't control something that's got its own free will. Okay, or you don't need to manage loyalty and friendships. I don't know if that's making sense for you, but that's just the message that comes through. That often when we ask for messages, um, it's it comes in symbolic form, and that makes a lot of sense for you, does it? Yes, good, good. Yeah, but you see, we often get information in symbolic form, and we just have to learn to decode the symbology. Okay, so there you go. Excellent. Now, has anyone got any other questions for me? If you're watching today, and has anybody watching today had no message from me at all? Because if there is somebody watching and you go, oh, I really wish that I had the confidence, to ask Hayden a question. I've not had anything off him today. Then please let me know. And Eduardo, let me know, did that make sense for you? Okay, if you leave a few more comments about that, do you relate to this? Because you are here for a spiritual purpose, Eduardo. You're here to guide humanity forward into the new emerging golden age, and I feel like you will do that. Within your creative aspects, you're very determined. You're very sensitive. But you need to work on the verbal communication stuff a little bit, Eduardo. Okay. And orange sexuality comes up for you as well. So maybe there are some stuff that needs to come through with regards to your sexuality. Are you being open and honest about who you really are and what you want to do? Maybe that's something to explore. Okay, so not you, that's me. Am I going to find a place to live? There you go. Yeah, you mentioned that about your husband before. He's a serious procrastinator. Yeah, it's almost like you're building a house or something, aren't you? And it's still not ready. Want to know? He wants to know why and how to fix it. It does resonate a lot, does it, Eduardo? Yeah, yeah, and just be comfortable exploring your physical body. Just kind of like do what you want to do, not what other people expect of you. Especially if you've come from like a staunch Catholic background or whatever, and everyone's expecting you to follow a certain path. It's like, no, hang on a minute. If you want to do other stuff to that, then it's your choice. You've got freedom. Your husband he's just a bit set in his ways. Is the feeling that I'm getting, Trippy Zippy. Yeah. Excellent. Oh, fantastic, Melissa. I thought I'd done a report for you already. That's really strange. I really thought that I'd done a Starseed Numerology report for you a while ago, but obviously not. I get quite a few Melissas coming through, though. It's an interesting name. I had a lady on my Reiki 2 course as well, called Melissa. Oh, great. You've got some of the beautiful cards. I don't blame you. I mean, these cards are probably the nicest cards. I love the fact that they've got a Merkaba star on the front of them. They're absolutely gorgeous. And they're really well made, actually. And the messages in the book are incredible. And they're so accurate as well. They're always accurate and reliable. You do need to focus on yourself, Eduardo Lopez. Yeah, you do. Hi, Monica. Monica, I think I just missed you coming in there. It's nice to see you here today. Right, not you. That's me. Am I going to find a place to live? Yes, 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 you are. What's your real name? Okay, so if you give me your real name, I'll be able to connect up to you better, and also leave your date of birth for me as well. Okay. All right. So will you do that for me? Okay. Let me know what your name is, and we'll have a look. Monica, in the interim, before I do that, I'm going to have a look at yours since you got your. Now, are you born on the 2nd of July or are you the 7th of February? If you can let me know, please. Okay, so you're called Judy, yeah? No, I didn't design the cards, April. So the cards were designed by an amazing lady in Canada, actually. Yeah, they're just beautiful. You know, they're based around the color therapy system, the color mirrors that I work with. And the Merkaba star, of course, is the light body vehicle, you know, so that we've all got a Merkaba star around our body. Like all living things have got a Merkaba star. And when we activate our Merkaba, we're capable of time travel and multi-dimensional travel as well. So, you know, it's powerful, powerful stuff. Yeah, Canada. That's right. So, Monica, the 7th of Feb. Okay, so the 7th of February. And you are the 7th of February. Where is that again? Monica, where are you? Where's Monica's date of birth? You might have to leave it, okay? Oh, there it is. 7th of February, 1991. Okay. And what did you want to know about, Monica? Let me know what you wanted to know about. Have you got a particular question that you want me to look at for you? Okay, so you need to learn through your own experiences. So you like to explore the deeper meaning behind life, the mysteries, illusions, miracles, magic, and faith of life. It's really important to you. So the 7 energy, which is your day number, is your secondary influence. So it's not as powerful as your ruling number influence, sort of sits alongside it. But it means that you're a good teacher. So you need to learn through your own experiences, often through sacrifice, so that then you can be the teacher. You know, you can then be that teacher and help other people. Your ruling number is a 9, 10, 19, 22. You're a 29 as well. Okay, so we were just talking to Eduardo, who's got the 2911, and I tend to attract most of my clients, actually, a lot of my clients anyway, are 2911s. It's actually a ruling number 11. So Monica, you are somebody who is very spiritual. You're very sensitive and very intuitive, and you're here to guide humanity forward as a spiritual teacher. That's what I feel like you'd be really good at. So you need to kind of look at where you can use that beautiful sensitivity to be able to help and teach other people. So you need okay, yeah, so this is it. Look, you've had a very difficult paper round, all right? So your life experience has been quite challenging, but you've got to recognize that at a soul level, you chose this, okay? Your soul wanted to repay karma, to experience grace or attain grace under pressure. So you've chosen the path of the Olympic spiritual athlete. So, but this will help you then to share your message and share your wisdom with the family. So you are very intuitive, yeah, and you want to help people. Your life can be bizarre, yeah. You've had a challenging time, and you're very ambitious, though. You want to be of service. You've got to make sure that you speak up about how you feel instead of suppressing it and getting angry and frustrated. And there is sacrifice around one of these 3 areas, so either love, health, or money. I feel like there was challenges for you during childhood. Maybe your mum and dad separated, but also you have issues within your adult relationships. So this could be that you love and lose, love and lose, love and keep. But you are here to share your wisdom in a new way. So you're here to share ancient wisdom in a modern and new way. So Christine Chan, hello. Oh, have you? That's wonderful. So you've been a fan and watching my channel since this year. Brilliant. Well, welcome to the Dreamtime Healing Room, Christine Chan. It's lovely to see you. Yeah, it's so good to see you. So Monica, yeah, so it's an interesting thing that comes up for you. So again, the orange sexuality card comes up. So I feel like you've got you could explore your creative side, your sexuality. I feel like there's shamanic gifts there that you could explore as well. But I feel like I want to say to you, look, you need to take action, towards your goals as well. So don't let your past experiences become expectations of your future successes, because that isn't necessarily what's going to happen for you. Okay, so it's an interesting one. Christine, let me know what you thought. Did that make sense for you? Sorry, Monica, I'll come to you in a second, Christine. So Christine's like, I would like to figure out my starseed origin because I've been exploring the different types. Brilliant. So I'll take it you've watched all the videos then, yeah? Great. Because that's a really great way to start, get the ball rolling. And you're Christine Nicole Chan, and your birthday is the 26th of June, 1991. Excellent. Oh, so you're off now, are you? Yeah. Nice to see you, Suzanne. Thanks for popping in again. That's so good to see you here. So Eduardo says, I'm worried about work because I moved from my country to the United States, and now I have a lot of problems with my immigration case and your work permit. And that was a big mistake I made. Yeah. Do you know what, Eduardo? I feel like that. It's almost like I feel like I want to say to you, it'll get worse before it gets better, but it will sort itself out. But you just have to follow the processes properly. So make sure you do the necessary care and due diligence. You might have to go back for a while and then go back. So I feel like there'll be like a backwards and forwards thing going on. But I feel like it will resolve itself in the end. So just stay strong. These things. I got kicked out of Australia when I was 26 because I overstayed my working holiday visa by 3 months, and I wasn't allowed back into Australia for three years. But in that time, I decided to become an overseas resort representative for First Choice Holidays and Flights. Ended up in Madeira and met my husband there. So, and then we came back to Australia as permanent residents, I think 10 years later. So all of these things that happen are all soul building things that happen. All right. So it's always perfect. Judy, I haven't forgotten about you. So there you go, Monica. Monica, remember, I'm only just wetting your whistle there as well, Monica. So if you'd like me to look more deeply into this for you and look at your name chart and your birth chart and all of your starry origins, then we have to look at the position of your sun at the time you were born in your astrology. So we look at your numerology, your astrology, and we look at the position of it and whether it was either sextile, opposite, trine, or conjunct to various different portals that opened up within the cosmos. And like I'll be able to know if you were able to incarnate from the Pleiades or Lyra or Sirius or Andromeda or Alpha Centauri, or all of those. So that is in the form of a 22-page handcrafted report, which is on special offer for only 59 Australian dollars until the end of Christmas. Okay. And you can get one of those through my online shop here. So that's where, that's the cards for the cards. I think I've left a link further up in the chat that you can find if you'd like one of those reports as well. You're welcome, Eduardo. Did that make sense? Yeah. So don't get too caught up in the, like the temporary stuff, because I feel like sometimes we have to learn lessons. We have to learn lessons along the way, which prepare us to be stronger in the future. So, Judy, you were the 19th of the 1st, 1967. Now, I feel like I'm drawing a couple of cards for you to begin with as well. So, you've actually got a weak soul protection, so you get easily hurt. You've got what's called the arrow of hypersensitivity, which is no numbers there on your soul plane. So, you're very sensitive, like you're almost hypersensitive. And you're a creative as well. So I feel that, you're a very adaptable person. You're a bit of a leader. You've got a very beautiful, soft, feminine power, Judy, that can never be abused. And you're 9, 10, 16, 23, 33. So you've got both of your numbers are on the physical plane. Your main one is a 7. So you like to explore the deeper meaning behind life. So you make a good teacher. You like to look at the subconscious mind and the mysteries, illusions, and miracles and magic and faith of life as well, because the ruling number is a 7. So you need to learn through your own experiences so that then you can share that wisdom with other people. And I feel like you could do that through your own business. So you might become like, go into psychology or hypnotherapy, things like that would be really good for you. You're welcome, Monica. Yeah. So did that make sense for you? Did that resonate? Now, Christine wants to figure out her starry origins as well. So we'll have a look at that. And there you go. Yeah, so that's the 7. That's the 7 energy. And often this, this 7 is quite sensitive because turquoise is emotions. It's watery. It's that sort of thing that comes through. So yeah, so there you have it. So you are quite a creative soul as well. You can be prone to worrying or a bit of anxiety, Judy, as well when you're living negatively. And yeah, and you're still needing a place to live. Yeah, so you get tribal relationships. Now red is all about your community. It's all about where you feel like you belong in the world, your safety and your security. And this is tribal relationships. Now I feel like for you might need to move back into, like, are there any family members that you can move back in with temporarily until you find a home? Because the feeling that I'm getting for you is that you need to turn to your family at the moment. Yeah. So, is there a member of your family that will take you in whilst you're trying to find accommodation for yourself? Because I feel like there are money issues going on around you and stuff like that as well, Judy. You're in a 5, so that's 15, 16, you're in a 7. So, in a personal year cycle 7, in numerology, right, we travel in 9-year cycles. When we get to a 7, it can be a year of sacrifice if we're not living our purpose. So it's often always only ever meant to put us back onto our soul purpose work. But at the time, it can feel quite tough. Like you might find that, you get slapped across the face by the universe because it is quite challenging. During my last personal year cycle 7, for example, I left, my job that I'd been in for 15 years in IT recruitment. I sold my house, moved down to the southwest into a rental, relocated to reinvent myself. And that can sometimes be what happens. I feel like there is someone that will be there for you. So even though you might not be seeing it at the time, you need to turn to your tribe. All right. So you might not necessarily want to, but you need to reach out for help and support. So, the help is there. The help is there, but you're not seeing it as being an option at the moment, Judy. That's how I feel anyway. And I feel like, it's like feels like a male figure. Is it a brother or something like that that you could turn to? And you just need to ask. And it's just temporary, remember. You're not asking to move in there. Oh, your brother passed, yeah? There you go. So, okay. So in that case, what it is, it's like maybe you need to reach out to the brother that's passed and ask him for his guidance and support, because it feels like there is help around you from family members. So ask your brother to help and show you the way, because they can help you from the other side as well as this side. Remember, maybe you need to ask spirit. Maybe that's the thing to do. But there is somebody who, like, it feels like that you've overlooked somebody who can be there to help. Okay. So trust what comes up for you. So Christine, I'm going to come to you next. Okay, Christine. I think you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so Christine, you're the 26th of June. 26th of June, 1991. Lovely. So we've got 2 6s, two 1s, and 2 9s. Christine. Now, Christine, you want to know about your star origin. Okay, so I'm going to look, first of all, I'm going to look at your influences. You're 9, 10, 19, 26, 27, 28, 29, 34. So you're a ruling number 7 as well, but with a day number 8. So you're very organized. You like very process driven. So you like things done properly, quite methodical. You're a good manager. But also you're somebody who likes to explore the deeper meaning behind life. So you are a creative as well. And I feel like, the home and the family are important to you. But try not to get too invested in that or too locked into it, because it can create you to be a little bit possessive sometimes as well. You're very wise, and you're very idealistic. So you do tend to look at the world through rose-colored spectacles. Now, you've got to make sure you don't go into codependent relationships, Christine. So you need independence. You need to stand on your own 2 feet. So you've got to recognize that you can stand on your own 2 feet. But also the people that you're with need to know that as well, because for you, you don't want to lose yourself in the entrapment of a relationship. Okay. I know, isn't that right, Rachel? There's lots of 1990s today. It's interesting, isn't it? So yeah, so there we go. So, but you've also got this arrow of the inquirer, Christine. So you can be a bit skeptical of any new concepts that can't be scientifically proven until you get your own proof. And then once you do, you become an avid convert. So your communication skills are good. You've got very perfectly balanced intuition and sensitivity. You would make a good teacher. I feel like you could be an Arcturian. The first thing that came up for me when I saw your chart here is there is it's like I feel like you could be somebody who comes from Arcturus, okay, an Arcturian, because I feel like you'd make a good teacher, and actually, you know, you've got this beautiful creative aspect. Now, I don't know for sure until I've done the calculations. So I would suggest the report would be the best option for you to get confirmation on that. Now that you've watched all the videos and stuff like that, and you're kind of probably thinking, oh, okay, so you've recognized the fact that you are an ancient immortal being of light living out temporary human experience, and that you can exist simultaneously across numerous different star constellations, right? So you know that, but then we also then want to find out like where our soul originated from, so that we can understand what our purpose work is. So we are aligned to many different constellations, but we have one main one. Like for me, it's Andromeda, that we connect to. And once we know that, it really helps us with our purpose work, like immensely. You know, it's incredible, like what it does. So that would be my recommendation. There's the link there to get your report. Remember, they're on special at the moment as well, all the way through till Christmas. Okay, and that's for only 59 Australian dollars. So it's the perfect time to get your report. Okay. So you have felt that the most, but you weren't sure. Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, I feel like, you know, there is this aspect of you being able to speak as well, the communication aspect of it as well. But you are quite organized and you're quite a leader, and you've got this beautiful kind of this deep sort of ancient wisdom, because Arcturus is an archaic star system. So a lot of the people or the souls that incarnate from there have got all of this ancient wisdom that they're able to share. Yeah. So there you go. So hopefully that's made sense for you. Judy, do you know who I'm talking about when I'm talking about this? The feeling that it could be, right, it's an R sounding name that comes up, and the name Robert or Roger or comes up for you, Judy. All right. So who's that? Who's the Robert or the Roger or the could be Richard? Who is that? There's an R sounding name that's within the family dynamic that I feel could be there to support you, but you're just overlooking it. Okay. Who is that? There you go. So Christine says, I'm trying my best to find the balance between my love for science, chemistry, maths, while exploring my spirituality. Yeah, it's been a journey for you. Yeah, definitely. It sounds like you've got lots of facets going on there, because you are creative. You know, your 6 is creative energy there, and Venus. So it's about balance and harmony in relationships, about love. It's about creativity. And then this is your wisdom. That's your fire energy there. And that's your intuition, you see. So, you know, for you, you've got that sort of practical aspect of the 8 with that investigative, physical aspect of the 7. And then you're in a 5, you've got 11, 13, 19. So you're in a personal year cycle 1. So this year you get fresh new energy coming in. So it's almost like you'll either be changing jobs, changing house, or changing relationships this year. That can come in during your personal year cycle 1. So it's a really cool time to make those changes. So April's like, oh my God, I just realized something. Barbie is a doll. Oh, shrimp on the Barbie, 59 Australian reports, $59 Australian reports. What does that even mean, April? What does that even mean? But that's just, oh yeah, 59. There you go. Thank you very much, Rachel P. That's very sweet of you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. It's lovely, isn't it? You've got that beautiful turquoise light that comes through with that lovely 5 Canadian as well. Thank you. I really appreciate any donations as well. That's so sweet of you to do that. So, Melissa, whereabouts are you located? If you're in Australia, you can jump onto my website to order your cards because it will calculate the postage correctly. But if you're not in Australia, then please, you can email me what you want and I can work out the postage for you if you're living in Canada, Europe, or the US. Okay. We're just getting the shop set up with international postage. But at the moment, anyone who's living outside of Australia, I can send you the cost plus postage and packing. So you can send that through to hayden@haydencrawford.com. That's for anyone who's watching that wants to either order a report, you want a colour mirrors bottle, so you might want to bathe in one of the colour mirrors, because that's what we do. We pour them in the bath. We allow the colour frequency to go into our cellular memory and clear and transmute all of the issues that are held within there, all the shock and trauma. Or you can put them in a foot bath or keep them on your bedside table, or the essence sprays as well. If you want any of the essence sprays, check out all of the different colors on my website, because the ones that you are most attracted to are the ones that you need to work with, and they're in every single color in the spectrum, but all of them carry a keynote fragrance as well. So, and they're all on the perfect frequency of the color. So this is vibrational medicine at its best, and they will cut through any issues you've got across any area of your life. You know, they really genuinely do. So I've been working with the Colour Mirrors system now for the past 3 years. It was born in 2001 by Melissa Jolly in South Africa. The system was channeled through to her, and it has it's kind of like guided by Melchizedek, which is an ascended master on the blue ray, which is the first ray. And Melchizedek is intimately connected with the Ashtar Galactic Command and the Galactic Federation of Light, of course. Oh, that's wonderful, Christine. Brilliant. Thank you so much for that lovely donation as well of $10. I really appreciate that. Thank you. And yeah, you'll order a report as soon as you can. Absolutely. Yeah, just when you're ready. Just make sure you get it in before Christmas, though, because you'll get it on the special of only 59 Australian dollars, you see. There you go. There you go. And Claire Brady, hi. I just wondered what year I'm in, please. So you are in a 5, 9 is 14. You're in a personal year cycle 3. So this is a really great year for you, Claire, to learn something new, because your 3, remember, is your left brain. So it's where you can retain information really, really well. Okay, so it's almost like learn something new, whether that's a course that you're going to be doing through work, or whether it's, you know, personal development, an online course in something that you're interested in. But when you're in a 3, you know, your mind is stimulated, so it's able to retain more information than it would at any other year. Okay, so yeah, so you're in a 3 this year. There you go. No, it's Hayden. It's Hayden@haydencrawford.com. Yeah, not Haydon at Haydon, Melissa. Good. No, I've got it now, April. I fully understand, which is awesome. Excellent. Okay, any more questions? Is anybody sitting there wondering if I've got anything else to offer them today? Just let me know. If you've got a question for me with regards to any area of your life, anything that you want advice and guidance on, just leave me a question and I'll do my best to be able to use my trusty oracle cards and the colour mirrors deck and numerology to be able to give you some accurate information. Hopefully I've answered most of your questions already today. But if I haven't, if there's somebody sitting there in the sidelines that wants to know something else and wants any further advice and guidance, then let me know. I'm still waiting there to hear back from Judy. Who's the Roger or Robert? Who is that? Because there is somebody there that's there to help you moving forward with regards to your housing situation. So Judy, if you're watching, then please let me know. Ah, wonderful, Suzanne. So you took the quiz and you got Andromeda. Fantastic. Same as me. Brilliant. Fantastic. That's really, really good. So the Andromedans are absolute lovers of freedom. You know, we love freedom. Yeah, but we have to learn all about self-love and self-acceptance as part of our journey. Yeah. So if you jump on to Hayden at haydencrawford.com, actually onto my Facebook page and take the quiz. Yeah, so it's something I just put together actually over the last few months, which is a really cool quiz. And it sort of gives you some insights of the most likely probability of which star constellation you've come from. However, it's not an accurate science. It's kind of more of an intuitive exercise. To get it accurate, you really do need to get the reports. Okay. All right, guys. Well, look, love and light to everybody. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.